Savvy Gamer here, and today we're going to continue reading the Halo fan story, novel, whatever you'd like to call it, Halo Reborn. If you haven't seen the first part, I recommend you go listen to that before we continue on with part 2. Last time we ended off still in the prologue, so we're just going to continue on from where we left off. Now, if you haven't done so already, please consider leaving a like, a comment, and subscribing to the channel. That way I know you guys are actually seeing some of the stuff that I put out, and that you guys are enjoying it. So, without further ado, continuation of Halo Reborn. In his spare time, Alex immersed himself in the study of Forerunner technology, fascinated by their advanced civilization and mysterious artifacts scattered throughout the galaxy. He spent hours poring over ancient texts and deciphering intricate symbols, unraveling secrets that had eluded even the most renowned researchers and archaeologists. As Axel delved deeper into the study of Forerunner technology, he began to notice patterns and connections that others had missed. He unearthed a hidden language within the ancient texts, a code that revealed the true purpose and power of the Forerunner artifacts. Word of Axel's breakthrough discoveries spread like wildfire throughout the academic community. Professors and fellow students alike were astounded by his insights and begged to collaborate with him on research projects. But Axel, ever wary of being used for someone else's gain, decided to keep his findings to himself, at least for now. He continued his solitary exploration, poring over every scrap of information he could find about the Forerunners. He discovered that their technology was not just advanced, but otherworldly. It seemed as if they possessed knowledge that surpassed anything humanity had ever dreamed of. With each new revelation, Alex's ambition grew. He couldn't help but dream of harnessing the power of the Forerunners for his own achievements. But throughout this time, Axel had caught the attention of another bright student at the university who was interested in him. Her name was Catherine Halsey, and she was a prodigious scientist specializing in the field of genetics and bioengineering. Catherine had heard rumors of Axel's unparalleled intelligence and his groundbreaking discoveries in Forerunner technology. Intrigued, she sought him out to discuss a potential collaboration. In their first meeting, it was filled with intellectual sparks as they delved into the depths of their respective fields. Catherine was fascinated by Axel's understanding of Forerunner artifacts and saw immense potential in combining his knowledge with her expertise in genetics. As they continued to work together, their connection deepened not only on an intellectual level, but also on a personal one. Axel admired Catherine's determination and drive, while Catherine was captivated by by Axel's unconventional thinking and fearlessness in pursuing forbidden knowledge. Their collaboration led to groundbreaking breakthroughs in both Forerunner technology and genetic engineering. Together, they unlocked the secrets of the Forerunner's ancient artifacts, discovering how they could be harnessed to enhance human capabilities. They became known as the two prodigies of the university by the year 2507. Axel and Halsey were both 17 years of age at this time, and their relationship had developed over the 7 years that they have spent with each other. Halsey was obsessed with Axel and his knowledge. She was also attracted to his looks, as he had black hair, brown eyes, with a well-toned body since he worked out almost every day to maintain his fitness. He also stood at a height of 6 feet, 6 inches. But she didn't make any moves on him because she was too scared to get rejected. And for her, that was a mistake, as Axel was given a special assignment by the UNSC, which would put him through the Naval Academy, where he would become an officer so that he can be able to advance in the UNSC and to help better develop it. And unlike other officers, Axel started off at the rank of lieutenant at the Naval Academy because of his achievements, and the government wanted him to rank up faster. After he got done with officer school, he would be given another special assignment to work with Oni. Prior to departing the university, he had pursued and earned degrees in various scientific fields, ranging from bioengineering and genetics to robotics. Meanwhile, while Halsey was left to her studies, alone, sad that Axel had left her alone on the planet. But she still continued her studies and had posted multiple thesis papers. Halsey thought about Axel every day, that he was gone and couldn't wait until she could see him again. Chapter 2 of the prologue. On December 1st, year 2509, Axel had graduated officer school, as he was now 19 years old and was the youngest to ever do it. His intelligence was not the only thing that he had, as Axel had excelled in all forms of the officer academy. As a result, he had been promoted from lieutenant to lieutenant commander. After he graduated, he had been sent to work with Oni on the rising insurrectionist movements in the outer colonies of the UEG. Axel was specially tasked by Oni to come up with a countermeasure against the rising insurrectionists. Oni gave Axel a lab and some subordinates to use his knowledge and genius to advance the military capability of their forces to counter the rising insurrectionists. There were talks about restarting the Spartan program, since Axel has the knowledge of genetic altering, which would allow him to create a better super soldier for the UNSC. But that idea was shot down by UNSC command. And right now, Axel was on his way to the planet of Algolis, which was located in the Algol system, where he would take his position as the head of ONI Section 3. But his rank was too low for him to head a department, so he was once again ranked up to a commander in the UNSC Navy. He is the youngest person to ever reach that rank at such a fast pace, and his name was already become a well-known one throughout the UEG and the UNSC command structure. At this time, Alex was sitting down in his room inside of the UNSC Bastion-class carrier, which was transporting himself and a bunch of other crew members and supplies to the new facility on Algolis. As he was sitting down at his desk, he was looking over the schematics for a robotic military unit, which could work as a deterrent for the insurrectionists. The robot would have its own small AI core, which would give it the ability to act and respond to situations like a human soldier. The robot would contain some form of basic intelligence to allow it to be commanded like a normal soldier and to fight like one too. For right now, this is what he would create and give to Oni to use in the field. He already knew that this special assignment was due to the great amount of knowledge that he had and the reputation that he has built from being at the university. He is only 19 years old, and he is already a commander. He smiled at the thought of this, since his plan was working. He was going to use the only resources that he's given to research more about the Forerunners. Because when he deciphered their language back at the university, he had discovered new knowledge that could truly transform humans genetically. But he kept that information to himself and to his best friend, Catherine. She was the only one who he felt comfortable around when at the university. While Axel was sitting in his office doing some minor adjustments to the robot project, the ship arrived. That's when the voice of the captain was heard over the intercom. All hands, we have arrived at our destination. Start prepping the transports for departure. Commander Woods, I'll see you at your transport before you leave, announced the captain. And that is where we're going to leave the story for today. Starting to learn a little bit more about Axel, and now with the introduction of Dr. Catherine Halsey. I feel like this is going to get interesting, especially with the mention of the Spartan program. Let me know what you guys think will happen next, what you guys hope will happen, and if you think we will see or hear anything about Spartan 117, the Master Chief. Thank you so much for tuning in for another episode and for listening to this story. Thank you all so much. Have a good night. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.